Ramble.
This episode is presented by DoorDash. Use promo code TryPod for 25% off your order of $15 or more. Also, thank you to DoorDash, Best Fiends, Chime, and BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode.
Wow, we have Ned Fulmer joining us in the studio today. Hi, Ned. Thank you so much for being here.
Long-time caller, first-time listener. Thank you.
Wow, and also Keith Habersberger here. Thank you so much. You know, we've been following you for so long.
Yeah, thank you so much for following my journey.
Yeah.
And Miles Bonsignore is here in the studio. Wow, what a treat to have you here.
I was hesitant to come on the show.
I get that.
But
especially following the controversies.
yeah, and we can talk, I'm comfortable talking about them.
So with the three of you here specifically,
Yeah.
I thought that we should address the sex tape.
When we're making it?
We're in pre-production.
Yeah.
So I've actually been working on a previs, like a storyboard.
Interesting.
A previs.
A previs.
Not to be confused with pre.
Oh my old.
You could have said pre-jizz and it would have rhymed.
Pre-jizz. Dang it.
Wow. Well, welcome to the time. We're just joking. Ned's always on the show. This isn't his first time. We're excited to be here today. We got some special guests coming in later.
We will be addressing the controversy.
We will be addressing.
We're going to undress it too. Yeah. And I'm excited to be here because it is fucking beautiful fucking day.
We've had a long day. Alex, get on in here. Yeah, we're looking for you.
Alex.
Come on in.
Alex, get on in here. Sit over there.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Now, Alex, we wanted to have you on because
Now, Alexandria,
That's right. Zach, if you just let me finish.
You were going.
If you could just let me finish. But
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Alexandria, we're so happy to have you on.
We're so stoked.
Did everyone just have a lot of coffee?
We're all fading.
Red Bull o'clock.
Yeah, we've recorded a lot of podcasts over the last 2 days.
Miles, if you'll let yourself finish, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Alex, we were all in New York together. We had a wild trip. This was a while ago at this point,
Yeah.
but we never got your wild weekend on the show. And we wanted to have you on to discuss your wild SNL weekend.
As much as you're allowed to say.
NDA?
I didn't sign anything.
Hey, all right. Let's talk about it. Let's juice it out.
Let's juice it out.
Alexandria hung out for the weekend in New York, saw some friends, but our good buddy Jared Popkin, friend of the show, he was hanging out. He's got the ties to SNL.
Yeah.
So you guys went to see the show.
Yeah, so Jared wasn't originally... So we went to New York from Sunday to Thursday for our work trip, and then I decided to stay the weekend because I had some friends in New York, so I was going to make a weekend out of it. And then during our work portion of the trip, Jared mentioned that his best friend, Chris Redd, is a longtime cast member on SNL. So
Which
I
is just a
convinced...
very funny, casual thing that
Yeah.
Popkin and Chris Redd are...
Casually, it's my best friend.
Genuinely
Well, they've been
friends.
friends for, a decade.
He was
They're roommates,
saying
I
it's
think.
not just friends. Like they were like the first roommates in Chicago when
They
they
were
lived
roommates.
like
Yeah,
as
they're very
22-year-olds.
close.
And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
Jared's current apartment is Chris's old apartment.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, wow.
Or
Anyway.
it was. Not anymore, but it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jared wasn't originally planning on staying, and then he told me his best friend was a cast member, and like he's never been to the show before, so I convinced him to stay the weekend with me to take me to SNL, and it was really fun. We saw
Selena
the show.
Gomez hosted.
Yes, Selena Gomez hosted. Post Malone was the musical guest. And it was really cool because
Just curious, what part of that made you gasp?
Post Malone.
He plays Magic the Gathering.
He plays Magic the Gathering.
yeah.
That's
Okay,
why.
yeah.
Not
If I
because
were
of
there
the
at that
music.
party,
Because he plays a nerdy card game that
I
Ned
could
and
talk
also
to him
play.
about a nerdy card game.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah.
become friends.
Yeah, you probably could have. He stayed there forever. But it was cool because normally if you're like a guest of one of the cast members, you can watch the show from the green room, which we couldn't yet because of COVID. And so at first I was like, oh, we're just going to like watch from the studio audience. It'll still be fun, but like not as fancy. But because we were in the studio audience, that meant all of the guests were in the studio audience. So Eric Andre was there, Cara Delevingne,
What?
Sarah Hyland and her husband.
They were just chilling.
What are their connections to...
They were guests of cast members?
I guess so. I don't know
sure.
who Eric Andre was friends with, but I'm sure he's friends with everyone.
I'm trying to think, is Eric Andre friends with Selena Gomez or is he friends with Post Malone? Or is
No,
he
he's probably
with-
friends with
Kind of
the cast.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
friends with somebody.
Yeah.
in
Cara
town.
Delevingne was friends with Selena Gomez.
Okay.
There was a football guy there, and I can't remember his name, but Jared said he was a really big deal.
Mr. Football.
Mr. Football.
Mr. Football.
Oh,
Football
touchdown
guy.
James.
Touchdown, Tony.
Touchdown Tony.
Wait, was it touchdown Tony or touchdown James? Because they do
Oh,
not like
touchdown
when you confuse
James.
them.
I'm sorry, he was a player from the 80s.
Yeah.
He's
I
old.
was getting confused. Touchdown Tony. Anyhow, who
Was
else
it-
is there?
TJ Watt.
Maybe. Should we call Jared and find out?
Call him.
I don't think anyone in our audience cares. Mr. Football is fine.
Yeah, Mr. Football is
Mr.
very good.
Football is there. He didn't fit in the seats, which was very funny.
Hilarious.
Really funny.
They're super old seats. And then the show was really cool. And like, I really understood how hosts after the episode say like, it goes by so fast. Like it was all a blur. Like it really is. It's an hour and a half on TV, but in between cuts, you see people running around and the studio is way smaller than you think it is. So they're very much like maneuvering all of the standing sets, like one after the other. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
I've heard it's really small.
Do they do
It's small, yeah.
quick costume changes? Like, were you seeing them change wigs and makeup?
I wasn't seeing that, but there is a woman whose job it is to grab the host in between sketches and run them back. So they basically just like put the celebrities' hands on their back shoulders, race as fast as they can, but there isn't like a safe like path for them. Like the crew isn't like, oh, Selena Gomez is coming through, watch out. They're like avoiding jibs. They're trying not to get hit by cameras. Like everyone's
It's like
just
a video game.
all over.
Yeah.
the
Well, and
place.
every
Yeah.
week it's different. So of course
Yeah.
there's not. I mean,
Right.
one new talent, but also they do different setups,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
yeah,
An
of course
order
it's
of
never.
sketches.
So one
Yeah.
person's job it is just this guy. They're really good at weaving through crowds.
I feel like I could do that.
I could do that.
I'm really
that could
good
be
at
my
doing
job.
that.
You could just pick up people and just race.
I could toss him. I'd pick him up and toss him over the jib. Run over, catch him before they land.
So you were sitting right into the action. What stage were you in front of? Because don't you not?
There's one main stage. So
Yeah.
watching it on TV, I figured like there's the main intro stage, the musical guest stage, and then there's like some other ones around the corner. Like you see it all.
Right.
And so I could see every sketch from where I was sitting, which is cool. They did the Amber Heard Johnny Depp one to start off with,
Yikes.
which was kind of wild.
Yeah.
I bet.
Were you on TV at all? Were you like in the background when they're like, ladies and gentlemen, Post Malone?
Now,
Nah, dang.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
I was just there
I mean,
for the
you're VIP,
experience.
you know.
Yeah,
You're-
yeah.
You're trying
So
to-
you watch the show, it ends, all the cast members come out, they're laughing, they're hugging. And then what?
And then they kick all the audience members out. All of the cast members go away. And then Jared and I went downstairs to meet Chris in the lobby, which is cool. And we had to take like a special way out to avoid the paparazzi. Because he was a little tired and he didn't want to deal with them that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
Naturally,
that.
naturally.
Yeah, I mean, that's us all the time.
Same.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always have to
Yeah.
get in my own car and drive myself places. And yeah, I'm sure that's what he has to.
They hang out outside our office.
Yeah.
That's why we have a back entrance. So you
Yeah,
guys can get out
That's right.
safely.
Yeah.
Don't tell people about that.
Unbelievable.
That part was really cool. We went downstairs and met Chris. He walked us over to the after party, which I guess is in a different location every week. And this week it was on the top floor of Saks Fifth Avenue.
Oh, that's cool.
Super cool.
So there's a big fancy restaurant up there, which I think a lot of nice department stores have, but this one was huge.
I did not know that. That's
Actually, no, a lot of nice fancy stores.
Yeah,
do
you know,
have
like you
big
go to
fancy
Nordstrom,
restaurants,
there's
yeah.
like a little cafe to grab a sandwich.
Okay.
But this one was like a full top floor 5-star restaurant.
Wow.
I wonder if
IKEA could never.
I had never thought. I know that the SNL after parties are like legendary and it's a thing, but I'm wondering now if it's the host each week as a way to say thank you. Like, I wonder
Pays
if
for
Selena. Yeah, I'm serious. I
Yeah.
wonder if Selena Gomez pays for this
That
party.
was the
or,
funny part.
The
No.
show has
so
to.
you think the show does?
walking up, there was paparazzi walking into the building. Like, oh, this is where all the photos come from. So that was kind of cool. And there's like a ton of people waiting out there every week just to see people walk into this after party. So it was really fun, like walking with Chris into the after party through all the paparazzi.
That's cool.
And then we get
Wow.
up there.
There's got to be a Getty photo of you somewhere. Have
That's
we looked?
true. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
probably a
Find it.
write-up. It's like, and Cara Delevingne and food baby Alexandria Herring was there.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going for a lot. So we go up, and then the host greets us, and they're like, hey, do you guys want a table and to sit down, or do you just want to mingle? And Jared's like, yes, we need a table. So Chris is like, the man needs a table. So they seat us down, and there's prices on the menus, which was, I always assumed like the after party was just paid by the show. It's usually part of the budget, but like each table had their own bill.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. So like
hey.
you do have to pay for your own
So nobody
stuff.
pays for it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Well, I didn't pay, but
mean,
like
yeah.
someone paid.
Someone.
But yeah, it was really cool. We sat down. Our table was in between Keenan's table and Post Malone's table. So we were in a great spot.
Pretty good spot.
Star-studded weekend.
Yeah, so it was cool. Everyone was there, but everyone's mingling. It's kind of like if you're at a club and you're at a table, you're not really sitting there.
Yeah,
You're
it's just a home base.
yeah, you're just using it for your stuff.
Yeah.
So we met Keenan. He was really nice. I was watching not Post Malone. I was watching Selena Gomez come in and like mingle. She was gorgeous, but I was too nervous to say hi because
course,
we just
yeah.
got there. I'm not just gonna walk up to
Gotta
her.
warm up first.
Gotta
Yeah.
have a few more drinks before you go and talk to Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Had a
Did
couple
you
martinis.
offer her any shots?
No, she doesn't seem like a shot girl, and I didn't
Yeah.
want to push it.
Does our audience know that about Alexandria?
Oh, dude.
I
At
think
this
they
point-
have
She's
to
very
right now.
persuasive, especially when it comes to giving shots.
Just
to
one.
The
Just one.
entire office.
Yeah.
Have you told them how many shots I made you take the
No.
first night in New York?
No,
Holy
I
shit.
haven't.
There were
I
so
don't know if we
many.
should say. We could bleep it out.
We can bleep the number? It was a lot of shots.
I think it's okay if we know how many shots we ordered, but maybe not know how many people were drinking.
How many
them.
shots were ordered?
36.
Picture a shockingly few amount of people.
36.
We ordered
It
36
wasn't like
shots.
the two of us.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Can't find it on Getty. I tried.
30.
Was
But you
Lizzo
see
at this
some-
party?
See some other ones?
No,
No.
that was karaoke night. The first night we went to New York.
Yep. This is Sunday night. We ended up at a karaoke bar where there were approximately 8 other people.
We turned up. And we made friends, too.
We sang the whole time. It was awesome. It was so
I
much
didn't
fun.
sing
You've told me that.
anything.
More about celebos.
was so fun.
Celebi.
Okay. So we sat down, ordered a bunch of drinks, and we were just kind of like mingling with people watching. Paul Rudd was there, and he wasn't at the show, so it was like you just came to hang out, which is pretty cool.
Celebrity
So
bar,
cool.
Yeah, so we were there for a while.
Is that just what you do in New York? If you're a celebrity, you're like, yeah, I think I'll go to the SNL after party.
Yeah, because those are your
this week."
friends. You're like, oh yeah, I'll meet you at the weekly party.
Also,
Wow.
what time does this party start?
Gotta be.
2?
2 in the morning?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
because SNL
That's
starts
great.
at 11:30.
Yeah. It's,
I mean, I was on LA time, so it was fine.
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, no, you're doing well.
Hey, but hanging out with Paul Rudd
Oh,
at
I
2
would-
in the
a
morning?
dream.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you see the Please Don't Destroy guys? Probably the least famous people there, but my favorite people. They're the guys who do the digital shorts. They're like
If you show me a picture,
The
I'll know.
nerds.
They're
One guy,
like three-
one guy has red hair.
three
all
nerdy
redhead.
guys, one has red hair.
I don't
Anyway,
think I met any redheads.
they're my favorite guys.
But yeah, we mingled and then we like walked around and Chris was like, oh, if you want to meet anyone, just like let me know, I'll introduce you. And so we wanted to meet Post Malone.
So of all the
Yeah.
people there, he was your number one celebo?
Post Malone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was cool because he was a guest. So like if I ever come back to this party again, he's not gonna be there.
Right.
But also like
and you're gonna be there.
He
Oh, that's
also
right.
just seemed like the most approachable. Like
I mean, obviously he plays Magic the
Really?
Gathering.
he just
I know
seemed
why
like
Ned
he's
wants
so
to see
nice.
him, but
Hell yeah,
and like
brother.
was smiling at everyone and like he had a table with his friends and there were some security guards around it, but it wasn't like you couldn't approach him. Like he was just hanging out with his friends. So we went up and like hung out with him for a little bit and started talking to him. He was talking about Magic the Gathering with some other people. I had nothing to add. I heard some chatter
I
about
should have
some
prepped
cards.
you with all of my bits.
That's
I
baller
know.
though.
I
That's
think
so
even
cool.
if I had a bit, I wouldn't have been able to carry.
Yeah,
through.
that's true. That's true. He would have asked you a follow-up question. You would have been like,
Yeah, purple's great.
I don't know. I love the color purple.
Purple's great.
imagine being so cool that you
Yeah.
can be a giant dork at a cool party and still
Yeah,
be
be
cool.
cool.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, that's just my life, Zach.
that's so dope though.
He
Wait,
had
that's
He had a
awesome.
cocktail in front of him with like 20 Sour Patch Kids in it, like on toothpicks, like how you put an olive in a martini. But it was Sour Patch Kids. But throughout the night, he just kept adding to this. I don't know where the Sour Patch Kids were coming from.
20 individual toothpicks? Like, you just
No,
grab
there'd be like a few kids on each pick.
Okay.
Kebabbed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Patch
Kebab
kebabs.
kids.
And he was just adding them to it, not eating them.
Yes, he's just like playing with it. Like,
Huh.
oh, you're home now. I'll put
He's
you in
cute.
your glass.
He's a
Funny.
cutie.
He's a collector, right? He's a collector
course.
of things.
Real quick, just for the image, were the kids kebabbed through the midsection or through like top toe to head?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I
butt
assumed
to brain
midsection.
or just through the belly?
Yeah, were they
They were not
like a
human
squirrel?
centipeded. They were
Yeah.
through the
Okay.
belly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so navel
Thank
and
God.
navel.
Navel, navel.
He's not a monster.
Yeah.
So what did you guys talk about? Did you spend like a long time there?
Yeah, I was there I think I was probably there for the rest of the night, kind of just
Was he the celebrity that you
mingling.
made the strongest connection with?
I think he'd remember me. No, I don't think he would. But he was really cool, and people were kind of chattering about what they wanted to do after the after party. And someone brought up strip clubs, which like is always a fun after party.
Is
'cause
Jared Popkin also with you at this point?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Where's he? Where's Popkin going?
Well, when I first went up, security let me through, and they didn't let Jared through. So he was
That checks
waiting
out.
behind a little
Classic.
little
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But he came up eventually, and we were chilling.
Fiendish affirmation number 1. Enough is never enough. Look, don't you feel sometimes not quite satisfied with what you have? You want more. More is better. More is fun. Cheese pizza, put some toppings on it. It's not a bad thing if you sometimes are craving a little bit more. And the mobile puzzle game Best Fiends always satisfies your need for more. I've been playing Best Fiends. I am on level 56, feeling pretty good about myself. Smashing it, crushing it, and I got my little guys, my little buddies, my little fiends. One of them is named Miles, and one of them looks kind of like Keith. I love Best Fiends. It's a super fun game to play, especially whenever I have a little bit of downtime. With thousands of levels, there's always more to play, so go ahead and let enough is never enough be your mantra. Download Best Fiends for free from the App Store or Google Play. Plus, earn even more with $5 worth of in-game rewards when you reach level 5. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends. And now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Are you feeling like you're working too much, not getting enough back? Are you not taking enough time for yourself? I sometimes feel that way. It's really tough to have 2 young children and be working a full-time job, and there's a lot of stress with just that comes of being online. So, sometimes it's nice to talk to somebody about it. BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. I do video chat therapy every week. It's really helpful just to be able to talk about the stuff that's going on in my life. This is nice when someone just listens. So check it out. You can get paired with a therapist in less than 48 hours. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/tripod. That's betterhelp.com/tripod.
But Post Malone was really nice. So people started talking about strip clubs, which I go to with my friends every now and then. It's a great after party when you want to keep going.
Yeah.
In every city, they're always open. So I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. We should go. And he turns to me. He's like, I'd love to take you, but I'm going to be in so much trouble. Because his girlfriend is pregnant and she was also in New York. So he had to be on his best behavior. And I was like, oh, that's a bummer. Like, you can't go for a little bit. He's like, no.
Alexandria right here.
Just one? If you're pregnant, girlfriend.
One shot? Yeah. And he was like, he said something like, I really wish I could take you, baby, but I'm going to get in so much trouble. I was like, okay. And then he pulls out, wait, I brought it because it was in my work bag.
I think you got hit on by Post Malone.
A little bit.
He pulls out a wad of tattoos and he hands this to me and goes,
$2
he goes,
bill.
make it rain for me. I'm like, okay. So I took it and I didn't end up going to the
Guys,
strip club.
people listening and not watching.
God.
Alexandria just took out like $100 in $2 bills.
brick.
$200.
$200? That
This
is
is
a fat stack.
A hilarious type of bill to
Why
carry
does he have
stacks
that?
of.
How do you even
Have a
get
guy.
that?
It's classy.
I think he must have a guy and like it's their job to make sure he's stacked with twos for
cash.
his travel
Yeah, it
job.
makes you,
Do
you know,
they even
differentiates
print
you,
these?
right?
Do they still print twos?
No.
Yeah, these are from
from the early
2003. This one's
2000s.
2013, so that's not too far.
That's so
I'm
funny.
sorry. He said, make it rain for me. And he meant at that moment or at the strip club?
At the strip club. It was for later.
So then you
Wow.
took his $200 and said, no, I will keep this as a memento.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't end up going to the strip club, so I wasn't gonna go alone to follow through with my promise. Like,
Yeah.
I don't owe him that much.
You
Yeah.
broke a promise to Post Malone.
I mean, I'll go eventually.
You should put
Probably
that in a
this
money
weekend
clip.
for my birthday.
Oh, that's a good.
You
point.
should
put that in a glass
put
case.
this on the wall here. We should get a frame and put
in
them
your
all.
home or something.
I
Yeah.
did have to use one of the bills because when I was flying back, I checked my bag at the curb and I didn't have any cash to tip, so I had to pull out a two.
So it's $198.
198.
Yeah.
Can you make it rain a little bit for us right here?
have to clean it all up.
Podcast
Yeah.
Make it rain on
exclusive?
Keith.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
There you
Wow.
go. There
Look
it
at
is.
that.
Very nice.
Check it out
Honestly,
on YouTube.
it is pretty cool.
It felt pretty good.
That was really good.
I
And
felt
you know, each one of them is
hot.
twice as much as a normal
Bill.
what everyone
You feel
else
like you
is
earned it?
tipping.
I will say that the Jefferson who's on here looks like he's a little disappointed in you.
Yeah, he does look a little mad.
He's
Yeah,
like,
a little sour.
He knows what you're doing with this.
he
$2
definitely
bills.
knows, like, oh, you didn't get me for real. You got me as a joke.
Is tipping $2 at a strip club a known thing, or is that a Post Malone thing?
I think it's a Post Malone thing.
See, I have heard actually about people who do twos because they look like 20s.
Well, that's mean.
It is mean.
Oh,
Wait, what?
At first glance, you see a 2, and the most bills that have a 2 on it are a $20 bill.
It's
So
just
it
2
makes
is-
people pay attention to you more because they think when they see them at a glance, they think you're throwing 20s.
I believe that Post has a pure
I'm
heart.
not saying,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
not
he's a
accusing
trickster.
anyone of anything. I'm just saying
Wow.
that is something I have heard
First,
of.
you
I
slander
think
you're
that
spreading lies
sandwich.
about
Yeah.
already people should pay more attention because they're
A $2 bill.
literally twice as much as
That's a
whatever
funny
the
I felt some
standard
fall back
would be.
there.
It seems just like a funny, nerdy thing. Like, you know, it's cooler than making it rain singles, making it rain doubles.
Yeah.
It was also like
Yeah, that's
you
true.
knew you weren't allowed to go to the strip club. Why did you bring these?
That's a
suits?
great
Just
point.
To have
Let's
them?
let's dive into that.
He always had. He's
If
always
he's not
ready.
allowed to go to the strip
Yeah.
club, why does he have a thick stack of 2s?
Maybe it's just a safety net, just in case.
In case he's got to go.
Well, look,
In
Feels
case there's an
more
emergency and he
comfortable.
has to go.
sure,
to the
you
strip
make it
club.
rain at the strip club, but you never know when you're going to need to make it rain. And honestly, shame on all of you for not being more prepared.
That's
You're
right.
right. You're right.
I
which is
Yeah.
why we need an app.
We
That
need
at
an
any
app.
moment.
We're gonna bring in
cash
twos.
can come
We've
to
done
you.
this. We've done this episode.
Not this again.
Cash
Only
on the
for
outside.
strippers and only for drugs. There's no other use for it.
For
That's a
two,
huge
yeah.
market.
A money
Yeah.
clip. Strippers and drugs.
You got me.
He got you. So then he gives you this cash, and then was that the night, or did it continue from there?
No, we were just kind of like mingling from there. I think
Yeah.
I was still there for a couple more hours after that point.
Holy
hours.
shit!
Yeah,
How
I
long were you
think I
there?
stayed till
Wow.
like 5.
Oh my!
And he was still going.
Yeah.
But
Post.
yeah, I got to like
That's
chat with
epic.
Paul Rudd for a minute.
So everybody was
He
talking
very-
about how...
Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Hold on.
About what?
Well, here's the thing. Jared was like, "Oh, we're gonna go back to Chris Redd's house,
Yeah.
for like a nightcap, grab some cocktails." And he was in the opposite direction of where I was staying. I was
Right.
like, I don't
Yeah.
feel like it.
Right.
And so
You're
I
like-
was like, I'll stay.
I think I'll stay here
I
at the
think I'll stay
really
for a little bit
cool
longer.
SNL after
Yeah.
party.
Yeah. So I talked to Paul Rudd for a little bit.
About what?
I don't know. We were both a little toasty, but like we had a great little chat.
I expect you were pretty toasty. I would have been pretty toasty.
Five?
Also, here's the thing.
I was
you
not
s-
that toasty for Alex because I was like, I have to have my wits about me. I'm
You
in front of
said
a lot
though
of people.
that Post Malone gave you this, and then because you were talking about where to go next, but then
Yeah.
neither of you left. So he just gave you $200 and then watched you still there until 5.
Yep.
Hilarious.
For post though, it's nothing.
Nothing. I know.
He
it's-
could afford the $200.
I'm not saying he couldn't afford it. I just know that
It's
he just
super funny.
knows you're carrying around $200 and you didn't go to the strip club.
Yeah,
He doesn't know that I didn't go afterwards.
That's true. At 5:30 in the
6
morning.
a.m.
Yeah.
Strip
He
club.
was
That's
still
when they're
going when I
good.
left.
Apparently, he buys hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of magic cards.
That's
Like
so
he's got
funny.
like black lotuses
mean,
around his living room.
Yeah, this is pocket change.
Yeah, if I was Post
Sure.
Malone and had my hobbies now,
Yeah.
all I do is buy
Oh,
dorky
yeah.
shit. Of course.
So
How many
so Paul
synthesizers
Rudd
I'd
was
have?
toasty.
Paul Rudd is toasty. I chatted with
That's the most exciting one for
Colin
me.
Jost for a minute,
Who
who
was
is
he
much
like?
better looking in person than he is on TV.
Okay.
Interesting review.
I mean, also,
was
yes.
Scarlett Johansson there?
Important
No, but
important
I got
context for this party is that this is like people fall in love at this party. Colin Jost, Scarlett Johansson fell in love.
Right.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson, Kim K, Emma Stone met her husband on SNL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a writer.
Like
Yeah,
it's
so-
a very
Director?
safe space for the
So
celebos.
I mean,
right?
I know you're taken, but you could have fallen in love with Post Malone.
Or Paul Rudd.
That's right.
That's
Or
true.
Paul Rudd.
Man, I love
Or
Paul
Colin
Rudd.
Jost.
I
love Paul Rudd.
Paul
How
Rudd,
could
man.
dream.
He's so great.
When you talk to a Colin Jost, is he like the people there? They're like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
No, for the so for the most part, like everyone there who wasn't a cast member or a host, like was a close friend of them.
Sure.
So it wasn't like, oh, you know someone who's like a set dresser on the show, so you can get to the after party. It was
Very
like,
tight guest list.
yeah, it was not the whole crew. It was like cast and friends. And so there was a couple girls who I was like, oh, you snuck in here to like find a husband. And that they were doing what they were doing, and I respected that. But for the most part, it was
Game respect. Game respect.
Yeah. Also, no, it's definitely a tight knit group. I mean, when I was on SNL as a 12-year-old child,
yeah,
I was not invited. So,
Yeah.
or actually, I was, and I was
Wait,
like,
so
no, bedtime.
Jared and Chris leave, and then
Yeah.
what's your like approach to like how do you kind of just walk up and start talking to Paul Rudd?
I'd walk
Just
up
walk up and start talking.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was your opening line? What's up?
Yeah,
I have
what's
no
up?
idea. Just like I think I was just like, "Hi, I'm Alex."
Oh, that's baller. That's baller.
That's a
though.
good way in. Then he's like, wait, do I know this person? I guess I'm
Alex.
supposed to know
Hi,
this
I'm
person.
Alex.
I'm Alex Herring.
Maybe we were
Food
on a
baby.
movie one time together.
Oh, you ate a lot of seafood once, right?
But yeah, I've never walked up to anyone and was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan." Like,
Sure.
Of course
blah, blah,
not.
blah. I was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
"Hey, I'm Alexandria. Nice to meet you."
Yeah.
We just chit chat.
It's fucking baller.
Baller as hell.
So cool.
Yeah, if you're Paul
sack of
Rudd,
twos
I would
hanging out of your back pocket.
I would have crumbled if I were there. I
would've
would
been
have
thrilled.
been shaking
Oh,
with
yeah.
terror.
Oh, I love people, so just thriving.
Yeah,
it's a good
I
challenge.
would have had a good time.
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah, if you're Paul Rudd, you're not ever being like, nice to meet you. I feel like it's always nice to see you.
It's
Right.
just what's up.
I mean, I don't even say nice to meet you anymore.
Yeah, you're too famous.
No, it's not that I'm famous. It's that I'm worried that I'm going to
Yeah,
upset
nice to
someone.
see ya.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice
Good,
to see ya.
Good to see you. And if they're like, we've never met, I go, oh, cool. Nice to meet you.
Cara Delevingne.
A monster. No, I'm just kidding. But she was a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seems like she's
how
on a
so?
bit of a bender.
Oh, yeah,
Smoking
she's
indoors?
a little unhinged lately. Yeah, so she refused to wear a mask during the taping. Like,
Yikes.
was running around unmasked. She immediately caught my eye when we were walking in, not because I recognized her, but she was just kind of like walking in haphazardly, and I was like, "Who is this person?"
Wow.
Kind of like, I don't know, kind of unhinged.
Yeah.
And so she's walking around without a mask during the show. I was like, no one's gonna say no to her because she's Cara Delevingne. And
She was in Valerian. You don't say no to her.
She was an incredible film.
superstar of Valerian. And
Yeah.
then at the after party, it was a completely indoor after party, and she was smoking a lit cigarette the whole night and like walking around
the
mingling. I was
fuck?
like, this is weird.
That's so weird.
It's not the 80s. It's not a steakhouse. Like, you don't just walk around with a cigarette.
That's
I haven't
crazy.
seen someone have a lit cigarette inside in quite some time.
Yeah, that's
Like, not since I was like
A
in
child.
Las Vegas in the 90s.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
when you're in Vegas and
Yeah.
you're walking through the casino that lets them do that, and you're like, "This is disgusting."
This is crazy.
Even
yeah.
now, people still do it, and you're like, oh, you're gross.
It's disgusting.
yeah.
Smoking inside. Yeah, wow.
Pump in oxygen to counteract it.
Yeah, it's gross.
What are the
Smells so
freaking
gross.
exciting? Is any other celebo sightings?
Yeah, that's a wild week. And
You know, I
think
met
no.
Keenan. Did he mention me?
oh yeah, Keith was on the
He
show.
did not, but I didn't introduce myself as Alex of the Try Guys.
I work with Keith.
I don't know if he would have known the Try Guys.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, the day."
Hi,
Oh,
I'm
I'm Alex
Alex.
of
I
Keith.
work with the Try Guys, of which one member is on Lou Burger.
I am
in
of
which
Keith.
They
Lou
were on-
Burger was on that show where you were high the whole time.
You were
and
high
just
host
catching a
as
paycheck.
as a judge.
Yeah, I think probably just walking up being like, "Hi, I'm Alexandria." Probably
Yeah.
more of a better move.
When I was doing that show, it was funny because Keenan, I think it was like, it didn't make the airing, but he was like, "You're really good. People are going to know you." And I'm like,
well, I do some stuff.
I kind of do.
I'm known.
I do a little bit of stuff.
Thank
on
you,
the
Keenan.
internet.
I appreciate the compliment.
you know.
People do know me.
I will say the only person I met there that I didn't love was in someone's entourage. I won't say that person.
Oh please.
But
Fair. Hey, that's fair.
Okay.
You don't want to
because I
not
can't
be able
remember
to
his
go
name.
back.
That's right.
But they were next to me and they were really obnoxious. And I was like, you're clearly, this entourage is like, it's all they had going for them. They didn't seem like actual good friends of this person, just like people who latch on and they're yes people. And
Oh.
Now, within the
Interesting.
entourage, was this the Johnny Drama,
Or the turtle. Yeah.
the E?
Right.
I'd say worse than that group. Like, it's not like they all had a position. They were just
You
like,
can't get worse
I really like,
than the entourage crew.
I don't like this one girl was like adjusting her dress the whole time I was next to them, and I saw her boobs several times, and it was not the kind of party where like boobs were out. I'm also not like super judgy where I'm like, oh, you're loud, I don't like you. They were just immediately like, you're not being your real self right now. And one of them came up, grabbed my hand, and jammed a phone, and it was like, take a picture of us.
What?
And I got
Oh,
yeah.
so like turned off. I
Ew.
just gave the phone to Jared. I was like, you take this picture. I'm mad. I'm not taking the picture.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Jared's like, all right.
Okay, no problem.
They treated you like an assistant, and then you treated Jared like you.
I asked, please. I said,
Very
"Please."
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice about it.
I'm pissed.
I mean,
that
I don't know
didn't
about
think to
you,
make
Keith.
Jared bring me there.
But like all those years in Chicago, SNL is like the thing, especially for
definitely
Chicago
is.
performers where nobody has any jobs, but every year you're just running off with the hope of like, Lorne Michaels is in the audience tonight. There's SNL scouts in the building. It's always like an annual thing.
I
where
definitely-
they always hire some people from Chicago.
Yeah, I had there was
Chris
a
Redd, one of
time in my life where I was like, maybe that'll happen for me.
Yeah.
And then I started doing digital media stuff, and then the more and more I did, I'm like, now it's not probably going to happen. But maybe I could work my way to hosting an episode once. I think that's my
That seems
only
like a
hope
way to
left.
go.
That's the way to
Everyone
go.
who's
Yeah.
on the show seems exhausted.
It's
and
so much
burnt
work.
out.
Right now,
Yeah.
taking a job as a cast member on SNL would be like a step down career-wise for us.
Yeah.
But
not
hosting,
even
that's
It's not even
like a step
possible.
up.
Yeah, it
I haven't
seems
done
so
anything to get
exhausting.
there.
Oh, and I chatted
I
with,
just mean physically. Like, it's so
Yeah, it's too
taxing
much.
and draining because they do this
yeah,
party
it's
and they're out
weird.
till 5 a.m.
And then they
then
start writing the whole next week.
Yeah.
they're sleeping on couches. I mean, like, it just.
A
Yeah.
friend of mine's a writer, and he just had a newborn.
Oh my
I
God.
That's wild.
I don't know how he's surviving. He's like got a newborn baby, and he's a writer on SNL. It's got to just.
It's so
I
much.
doubt he was at the party.
Well, I was going to say I was chatting with a different writer who I don't think is this friend, but went to Yale with you.
Oh,
And-
Will Stevens.
Yeah, he was so great, and he said he's been doing this for 7 seasons. So he
Whoa.
was started like when Trump was first running.
Whoa.
And I was like, that must have been crazy. And I was like, are you exhausted? And he said, yes.
Always.
He might do another season.
7 years of that
7
show.
years, yeah.
Jesus.
Impressive.
I mean, I get
Keenan's
exhausted
been
when
on
we
for
do
what,
2
14
podcasts.
seasons?
I know,
100
Jesus.
years. Keenan's been on forever.
So cool.
But he's probably just in the mindset. Like, he just has been doing it for so
I
long.
mean, Keenan
Must
has
be
been doing all that since he was a child.
Yeah,
so
right.
he's literally been
going.
the longest sketch comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who's on TV doing sketch comedy, I think, of all time at this point.
Most successful sketch comedy.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
You gotta respect that. Then they're at the after party.
Yes.
I mean, that's gotta. You have this whole
Yeah.
exhausting
He is
week,
incredibly
and then you
nice.
still like have the energy to just
Yeah,
celebrate
14
like
years
you're
of
not
after
gonna
parties.
do it again all next week.
I would go every time.
I will say, it was
Yeah, no, if
interesting.
I was on the show, I'd go every
Yeah.
time.
all of the male cast members were at the after party. I didn't meet one female cast member at the after party.
Oh, interesting.
That- yeah.
It honestly feels like
They're all trying to marry
dangerous to me.
Kim Kardashian.
Dangerous?
What? Dangerous?
Oh,
I think
just
people
like
are going to hook
lifestyle.
up.
temptation. Like
Yeah.
if I were a
Yeah.
cast member, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this super fucking dope party and do drugs.
Of
if they're
course,
offering
every
me,
week,
and
of
like,
course.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like, go-
right. Yeah.
and that's just so exhausting.
You'd burn yourself quick.
And sure, there's like an exclusive experience at those parties.
But how do you say no?
How would you say no?
It's crazy because you told us this, and it's now like a life dream that I didn't even know I had, and now I'm like, oh well, this is.
I'm a little bit
Gotta go.
jealous because I'm like very good friends with Popkin.
Apparently not as good as me.
I don't think that's the case.
You
I-
didn't get invited to stay the weekend.
well, she invited him
That's
to stay the weekend and
that's
take
true.
her. If you
Alex was already staying the weekend.
Here's the easy
Persuasion.
thing is that I'm just gonna like invite Jared to do something in New York and time it.
time it around
Yeah.
the weekend. Yeah.
Well, my next goal is to go to a season finale after party because I've heard those are even more wild.
This week?
Yeah, should we go back?
we go back?
tomorrow?
Let's fly now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't go.
You'll make the next
Why
one.
not?
I got a wedding, Alex Lewis's wedding. I gotta be in it.
He'll get married.
we'll let you
right?
know how it is.
We'll get a
Let me
PJ.
know.
We'll get a,
We'll let you know.
I can't. It's the wrong direction in
we'll get a
time
PJ,
travel.
man. We'll get-
I don't want to go to a season finale one. I want to go to like because I feel like then like there's gonna be like all of these people. I want to
Yeah.
go to a tamer one where I can kind of
Yeah, I want to go to just
yeah.
a cool host
No,
one.
I'll go to season finale. You know, the
go
more,
to
the
anyone that I
merrier.
can.
If
Yeah,
there's,
because
like, a
then
ton of
everyone has been
people-
so exhausted and they're like, now I'm letting loose. So
Right.
everyone goes crazy.
It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, there's Paul Rudd. He's the one person that everyone's trying to talk to. It's
a good point.
Everyone's Paul Rudd there,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, think about it. Like we see each other socially throughout the year, but once we have a holiday party and we're like, it's the end of the year. We did it, guys. Everyone blacks out.
Yeah, that's
point.
true.
True. And we had our holiday party this weekend. I would
Yeah.
say you arguably had a better
holiday party.
Like you missed
Bro.
the holiday party for this. Okay, I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it makes
I
more
did
sense.
miss the holiday party, but I kind of reasoned that we're having another one in 6 months. So I'll
That
make
is
it
a
to
good
that
point.
one.
Our holiday party was delayed by 6
Unless-
months. So
Unless I go
right.
to SNL again, then Bye, guys.
Yeah,
I
get
would
that.
choose Paul Rudd over
Yeah, I
me.
think
It was
that makes
strange
sense.
seeing all the Santa outfits in May.
yeah.
It was so fun.
It was
yeah.
really fun.
It was a really fun holiday party.
I still got to FaceTime you guys. We took a shot over FaceTime.
Yeah.
I got a
memory
text
of
from
that.
Desiree saying, "We're
wasn't
doing
there.
shots, bitch. Answer your phone."
Oh man, yeah, we did shot. I did not want to do
You've
a shot.
conditioned Desiree to follow in your footsteps.
I didn't
Yes,
do a
Desiree's
shot
the new
this
me.
time. My body was really recovering from.
I'm still recovering
From the
from New
36
York
shots.
last week. I'm exhausted still.
I'm almost certain I had E. coli going into New York.
yeah, Keith and Becky kept being
Wait.
like, "We have E. coli."
Why?
Over and
Because
over
we had
again.
eaten some spinach, and 3 days our guts were just in horrible shape, and we're like that.
I'm sure the 36 shots didn't help.
So that was after. I
don't think anything
That's what
he
I'm
did
saying
help.
is that yes. Then all I did was drink and consume poison for a
oh,
week.
God.
Also, what we were
Eat the
eating was like
menu,
the
pizza
richest, like
day.
octopus chicken, like
Yeah, I know,
incredible.
and then
Cheese
like
on cheese.
26 slices of pizza.
Yeah.
And then I had Momofuku noodle bar, which was delicious but very rich.
Yeah, very rich.
Then flew back. Then we had a holiday party where I actually was very tame. I did not drink that much at all.
Yeah, I kept it chill.
Because I was like, I'm dying.
Except for the
We were going out like every
ecstasy
night.
Snorted off my ass.
Except for
Yeah.
the ecstasy that I snorted off Zach's ass.
Ooh.
So when we went to Sleep No More, was your stomach just crazy?
Yeah, I remember when we went to Sleep No More, we went to dinner before, and like I had a single beer that day with dinner, and that was like, that's as much alcohol as I can have.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm dead. And my stomach wasn't bad during that. But remember, I did have to run across to the pizzeria nearby before we got in line to poop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were getting in line. Keith's like, "I have to poop right now."
Right now.
See you in a little bit.
I had to poop right now. I'll be back.
Wow.
Yeah, I had something wrong with my stomach, and then all I did was basically eat the menus and binge drink. So it wasn't good for my stomach.
Yeah, that's
I will
tough.
say
I
Sleep
haven't
No More
drank
was not for me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, how was that experience for
I
you?
loved it deeply, but I know
Well,
it's not
I was
your
pretty
style.
excited for it, and then I realized every person that I had heard, like everyone up until this point had been telling me Sleep No More is amazing, it's incredible, you have to go. And then I realized when I got there, every one of those people were theater people, and I'm not a theater person. And so once
You only heard the superlatives, not the specifics.
yeah, like no one actually told me what it was about. They just said you're running around. It's like a
It's
interactive
hard to
show,
tell you
and-
what it's about.
and like you lose people and it's crazy and like okay, this sounds wild and weird. And then the day of the show, everyone's like, so it's kind of a spooky haunted house. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't what I signed up for.
I said it's kind of spooky. I never said it was
Were
like
you
a haunted
were
house.
scared in it? Was it spooky? Like
little
you,
yeah, it
spooky.
wasn't not
Yeah.
It's not
unsettled.
scary.
Graveyards.
Atmospheric spooky.
It's spooky.
no.
There's a room with a coffin in it, and
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no one
didn't
pops
go in
out of
there.
the coffin and goes, boogity
Well,
boogity
I don't know that.
Yaggity
There
baggity
was-
boo.
If you don't know what to expect,
Yeah, for sure.
and you are thinking maybe there's jump scares, you would
Right.
be really kind of
Oh, yeah,
spooked.
that's true.
Which the jump scares turned out to be the people who were on staff there who are there in case you need help, but they are dressed in all black
Oh,
and
they're
hide in the
scarier.
shadows.
Yeah.
So I would realize like someone's next to me and it would startle me.
Yeah.
But
There's also a room full of candy, and you're allowed to take the candy.
What's
No
up? I'm
kidding.
I
not
saw
eating
people
food
taking
there.
that and I was like, how old is that candy?
They refill it because you can take it.
You should have
fact,
told me about that. I would
One of the first times I went, I was there, and one of the cast members, part of the scene they did was they gave me a piece of candy.
Wow.
And then when they left, I took another.
Naughty.
There was one
Free
point where we were on
candy.
the top floor and it's a spooky maze of sticks.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
found Keith.
I get trapped
and
there a
like
lot.
we didn't say anything, but I was like, a friend. And so I just stood near Keith for a while and we followed this like haunted nurse through a maze and
Yeah,
then
I like
followed
that
her
one.
into like this 1800s surgical room.
Happened, yeah.
And yeah, and then she just
That room's a little
was,
creepy.
like possessed in there and was having a little solo exorcism.
By that
so
time,
backed out.
I wasn't even with you.
Yeah, I backed out of there when she started like flipping around on the table.
I left before that because I'm like, I know where this is going. I've seen this before. See ya. I'm always looking for stuff I haven't seen. And I always find like a good amount of stuff that I haven't seen. Love that show. So fun. Best
I
thing
did
in
like
New York.
it. No, Zach, you said you had an update.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, what's your
What
update?
sort of update?
And Alexandria, you're welcome. I don't know if you have real work you have to do, but you're welcome to chill for the rest of this.
Sure.
She brought all the money on the couch. Why not
So-
stay?
Zach, we're at work.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's right, baby.
Now, longtime TryPod listeners will know all the way back in the beginning of this show, I made a promise about Venmo. We're going back to the Venmo days where
my
I had
God.
people come to me and request Venmo, and I would pay them, penny here, 5 cents here.
Yeah.
Now, I just got tagged on Instagram. Joanna said, 3 years later, I am a keeper of my word. Thank you for the 1 cent at Corn Diddy. And I'm like, what's this about? So I go back in. This is from July 15th, 2019. She said, my UNI always bullies me for more money. If you give me 1 cent, I'll thank you on my graduation.
My uni.
My uni.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like UNI was the school. You're right. My uni. Yeah, it's her school. You're 100% right. And this is a photo of her. She just graduated from college, from NYU, and she customized her graduation cap, and it says, thank you for the 1 cent, Zach.
Whoa.
Wow, that's so nice.
Cool.
So you guys thought that I was giving away this Venmo money for nothing.
Turns out
That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
I bought
you were
this.
planting seeds all around the world.
I bought a
right.
billboard.
Inspired the children.
Fucking dope. So shout out to Joanna. Thank you for making me part of your graduation.
Oh, yeah. We love you, Joanna.
Love you, JoJo.
Love you big time, baby.
Love
you, big time, baby.
Love you, big time, baby. Can we drill into that?
Love you big time, comma, baby.
Oh, I'm the weirdo now.
love you. Big time.
Love you big time,
You
baby.
Baby.
Big
I don't think
Love
he's
you.
calling her a big time baby. I
No,
think it's
love you big time, comma,
baby.
Love
baby.
you.
Is this
big
something that you
time,
say?
baby?
Love you big
It's
time.
like love you lots.
Like, yeah, love you big time,
Love you
baby.
big time.
Big time, baby.
Yeah.
I
Love you, big time.
You're a big time, baby.
I love you,
Time,
big.
Big watch
time,
fan.
baby.
Big time, baby.
Love you,
time,
big
baby.
time.
I'm a time baby.
I'm a time baby.
This is horrifying.
What time is it? Time baby.
What time is
Time
it?
baby time.
Oh,
When I
Jesus.
cry, we go back in time.
Oh,
Time
my
baby.
God.
Oh, the baby never ages.
Time, baby.
Because it just keeps sending you back in time to when
Yeah.
it was a baby.
Yep,
Yeah.
time, baby.
God,
This is horrifying. Yeah.
that's scary.
Whoa, but watch out this year for the big time,
time.
baby.
That's right.
Big time, baby.
Well,
So when I hear you guys yelling from the podcast studio, this is
kind of the
Par for the
vibe.
course.
it often feels like we're just doing this for each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel like it comes out, but it does.
I was saying earlier that like if you guys were being murdered in here, I would bat an eye and I probably wouldn't come to check on you because I was here.
Now's your
Yeah.
opportunity for the perfect crime.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I could kill you all now.
That's right.
No one
That's
can
right.
hear you scream except for the
If you
listeners.
could sneak out like a back door, it'd probably be better because you are going to have to walk through the office.
There's vents in here.
There's no windows, though.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you
also
can try
being
climbing.
recorded.
But also, like, I manage your schedule. I could just
Well.
say they're recording 5 more podcasts today.
Oh, yeah.
No one bother them.
That's true.
I forget sometimes this is a windowless room, but it is.
Yeah.
should
No one
probably
can
get
hear
out
you
more.
scream.
That's right.
Except
yeah.
the listeners.
I want to but what if we put a fake window where it's just like one of those things with drapes and there's light coming from behind it? So it seems.
Oh, they have those on Disney cruises.
Yeah. So
On the
'cause
inside cabin, so
Yeah.
you don't go crazy.
right.
Like when, well, too late for
smart.
Miles.
I'm insane. Yeah.
I've only ever stayed on the inner rooms on the cruises when we had our old BuzzFeed Carnival cruise jobs, and they're awful because you'll have like crazy, not turbulence. What's it called on a boat?
Sea movement.
Sea movement.
Waves.
Lots of sea movement, but like you don't know
motion
when
of the
it's
ocean.
coming. You don't know what the weather is, and so
Right.
you're just in this box being jumbled for a long time.
It sounds horrible. I feel like I'd throw up.
Yeah, I did throw up a lot.
They gave me as the talent the nicest room they had, which
Nice.
was still like very small.
The one you had to
Yeah.
share with Nick Jonas.
That's right.
You were in a room with Nick Jonas?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I think we like alternated or something.
Yeah, I was like, don't
Well,
say
sorry.
yeah. Don't say yeah.
This is the weird part of that cruise.
Yeah.
Like Nick Jonas was doing a summer series on Carnival Cruises, and so they brought him on the cruise to do a show that we got to see.
Must have been a
But-
real low point for him.
Yeah, the
I think
theater was
that
half full,
directly led to him being like, all right,
That's-
Jonas
the,
Brothers, time for a
yeah.
comeback.
and they wanted him to do
Really
a
could see it
promo
in
in
his
one of the
eyes.
nice rooms, and Ned had a nicer room than Nick, so they borrowed the room for the afternoon.
That's right. They borrowed it to film in there, but I
So
was
funny.
sleeping in there.
Nick
You were
Jonas.
sleeping in there when they filmed it?
No, I mean that was
I'm
like
just
my
gonna take a nap in the
that
back.
was my nightly.
You guys can roll in that
Yeah.
corner. I'm just
That's
going to
where I
catch some
slept at night.
Z's.
You and your friend Eric got like the honeymoon suite.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was cool because the whole crew got to go to the show because no one was buying tickets because the general cruise age is not 22 years old.
Yeah.
And no one on our crew like cared about Nick Jonas, but I was psyched. And so I sang along to every song.
So there I was at the park with my boys. Finn was hungry. He said Nanu, which means orange. I didn't have an orange. So I fired up my DoorDash app and I had someone bring me a dozen oranges. It made that kid's whole day. Did you know you can get more than just meals from your favorite local restaurants? Dinner, check. Deodorant, check. Morning pick-me-up from Dunkin', check. Get everything you need whenever you need it with DoorDash. DoorDash connects you with restaurants you love right now and right to your door. But now you can get the grocery essentials you need with DoorDash too. Ordering is easy. Open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with the contactless delivery drop-off setting. For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TryPod. That's 25% off up to $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TryPod. Don't forget, that's code TryPod for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply. Is that piece of plastic in your wallet doing enough for you? Because with the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you can start building credit with everyday purchases and on-time payments. You see, with Credit Builder, members can increase their credit history with no annual fees or interest. And having a good credit score can mean getting better car loan rates, or it can make renting apartments easier. Or it's just bragging rights around the dinner table. Hello, Uncle Steve. What's your credit score? So continue your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/tryguys. That's chime.com/tryguys. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank N.A. pursuant to a license from Visa USA Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular on-time payment history can have a positive impact on your credit score. Impact to score may vary, and some users' scores may not improve.
It's a great night for
It
me.
was pretty fun.
Yeah, we were like 3 rows back because no one was there.
Yeah, pretty
That's
empty.
fun.
And then the meet and greet afterwards, his eyes were soulless.
Yeah.
Just
And
I
then
mean,
just
that's a lot of
he
people.
flew out
train
from
of
Aruba
people.
once we got there. He didn't stay for the whole cruise.
Yeah, performing on a cruise ship is supposed to be like early in your career.
And Nick is,
Right.
He's been famous since he was 10 or whatever.
it was SNL, and then it was cruise ship jobs in Chicago, or SNL Second City Main Stage, and then cruise ship jobs.
Just
We're like,
below that.
wow,
Yeah, any of those are good.
someday I might get to work on a cruise
On a
for
boat,
3
they
months.
say, you going on a
A
boat?
ship, actually.
Oh, really? I always heard boat.
No, they get mad at you if you say boat.
Yeah.
They're like,
weird.
it's a ship.
Why do they get
I've
mad?
already fucked up my audition.
Hilarious. I never talked to them. I just talked to people who were like, I'm going on a boat. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, you got on a tour. That's awesome.
That's why
Yeah.
it's weird that they make a big deal about it, because everyone just says boat.
Yeah, everyone says boat.
I heard
Apparently, it's a rough job.
you get drunk. You
Yeah.
drink a lot, I think.
You drink a lot.
Yeah.
Drink a lot, but you don't have to pay for your life.
No,
That's-
but you're trapped.
No rent.
You're trapped.
There's a lot of party cruises now,
Yeah.
which is crazy because I don't think I'd want to party for 3 days on a
Boat.
wobbly boat.
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
I pop into our Patreon Discord from time to time, and they were joking about us starting a tri cruise. And I'm like, I can't think of something I'd like to do less. It's just miserable.
I will say cruises when you're 9,
Yeah.
perfect vacation.
Fun.
Probably that's the perfect age.
When all
Perfect
food is
vacation.
good food.
Yeah.
It's buffets,
Unlimited
pools,
chicken tenders.
water
Yeah.
sides, arcades,
and like it kind of like boundaries, right?
yeah.
Yeah, your parents aren't worried about you getting kidnapped, so you can run around
can't-
wherever.
Exactly.
You can't. It's all there unless you fall overboard, which you probably won't.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's simulated
Maybe.
freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
kids.
felt free.
Yeah.
as a child, because I was like, all right, I'm going to the kids like club thing, which is like there was always like people there and they had activities. You just show up, be like, hey, what are you guys doing? It's like, we're playing video games right now. I'm like, sick.
It was a teen club.
Yeah.
I remember
I
those
learned
being
the
really
Macarena.
awkward.
Miles is riveted by this story.
No. I
Yeah,
remember
I'll
there
go
was
for the teen
There was a
clubs.
teen club in my town too, and I
Is
was
this
just like,
Webby award-winning podcast not good enough for you, Miles?
God damn it, Miles.
You're the producer.
5
it's boring-
over the last like 2 days.
Oh, really? How many were I in,
Yeah.
Miles?
Oh,
Yeah.
you were not.
Yeah.
No, you actually
Yeah.
were in the afterpods. You didn't do the afterpods.
I did all of the afterpods.
Well, then we did the same amount of shit. But I'm very tired.
If
Anyway.
you're bored, it's because
I'm not
you're the
bored.
producer.
But
That's
Miles
right.
has to listen to all of these all over again when he edits.
what a treat.
That's a
he can
treat.
yawn later.
Precious.
That's true.
So, Alexandria, it's your birthday. Happy
yeah.
birthday. What do you have any plans? What are you doing for your birthday?
I'm going to sushi tonight and then partying this weekend. I'll let you guys know what the plans are. I don't know what it is yet.
Okay.
All
Maybe a
involving
table
$2
somewhere,
bills.
trying to figure it out.
Yes, let me know if I need to reserve 3 days to recover.
Yes.
Well, goddamn, Alexandria. Turns
What
out
a
you're more
fun
interesting than
weekend.
us.
I thought you were going to say you're more interesting than I thought.
It was certainly for you a freaking weekend. But not everybody gets to have as great a weekend. But maybe they could if they had a little more guidance, a little more advice.
You know, I had a grapefruit in my salad today. Thanks, Miles.
Wow.
Well, this is advice that'll go for Miles with Miles. Bonsignore.
Alex, you can't hear it. But there's headphones near. You can use those. Well, I got a little piece of advice. Think you're gonna love it. My name is Miles, and I'm here to say every single motherfucking day, spend your cash on shit that you love. Send it down the skies from above. I am sitting around here doing the best shit that I know how to do. And you are my friends, and I will tell you what I think today, 'cause it's advice that'll go for miles. That'll go for miles. That'll go for miles.
Yeah.
I have a
That is
question.
so funny.
Is that,
acapella.
is that your same song every week, or do you
Yes.
just ad-lib every
Yes,
week?
no, it's the same theme song
We
every
sort of
week.
fall
It
between.
depends. I have a track that I play sometimes, and I sometimes just play randoms. I had never heard that song before. What's up, Miles Nation? How's everybody doing tonight?
It was really fun to listen to that headphones off.
so funny?
Yeah, I recorded it without the track.
I'm
and
sure
I-
it's terrifying. Now, just hit a wall. Now,
Oh, you just hit a wall?
Make it rain. Make it rain on him.
none of that's on camera.
Make it rain on your friends.
Make it rain.
Bad advice.
Now we gotta pick up 100 bills.
Yeah. Well, everybody, do you want to be somebody that? Sorry.
This is a wild episode.
Have you ever wanted to be sleek?
Yeah.
Like a ninja in a condom?
Okay. What does that imply?
Have you ever wanted to be fast? Slicing through space and time?
Like a ninja in a condom.
Like a ninja in a condom.
No.
Put a $20 bill in the back of your phone case.
Huh?
That's the only bill that you need to have.
A single 20.
A single 20, Ned. Put a $20 bill in the back of your phone case.
So you have money.
Don't even bring your wallet. If you die, they're not gonna know who you are.
I love this advice.
I think just like fucking leave the wallet at home, weirdo. And that's freaking out about the wallet.
Oh,
But-
so you're putting.
I'm
I think
freaking.
You don't
need to
carry
put,
a wallet?
no.
One
I
ID,
generally
one credit
do
card, and some
Freaking out
cash.
about a single 20. That barely gets you a burrito these days, Miles.
Hey,
Pay.
hey, this is advice time.
That's right.
Learn something.
Yeah, and you know what I normally do in advice time?
go to the bathroom.
I pick it apart. Yeah, if I'm not in the bathroom, I pick it apart piece by piece.
Well, see, it's my thing is if you're going to the freaking store or you're just going
Sure.
to like a place that's
Yeah.
close by, generally
Oh,
you're gonna be
yeah.
able to use the phone pay, unless you're doing something weird. And in which case,
Like the strip club?
like the strip club, $20 bill in the back of the phone case. The license, I guess you can also put in the back of your phone case. But I do a thing where I don't even know where my phone is. I just gagged. But just put a little bill in there, and it's like then you just have to have one cube instead of two cubes.
Well, we've talked about the sleek wallet, right?
Sleeker the wallet, the
I'm-
better the juice.
I'm a sleek wallet boy. I don't want cash on me ever, but there are occasionally times. And so I love the idea of a little emergency
think
20 in my
emergency
phone
check this
case.
out.
in
Check
the
this
phone
out.
case
This
is
is
a
all
good
I've got
idea.
going on. Whammy.
I love that.
And if I didn't have my wallet, I'd be like pretty good for 90% of situations.
I think this is the best advice you've given.
Only in Los Angeles though, because in New York, a lot of places don't take cards, which is fucking weird.
so-
Then why
yeah.
wouldn't you carry a card instead of cash?
Well, you can do both.
Now you're just carrying a wallet.
You can fit.
Well, yeah, but all in one cube. Like, you know, my point is, you don't need a bunch of shit in your pocket because then it's gonna stick out and it's gonna make you look like you got a big square dick on your thigh.
We don't like the square dick.
I did. When I left WeHo, when Becky was still partying on the holiday party, I was like, I'm too tired. I was like, she gave her ID back, and I gave her a credit card, and she just put it in her phone case.
Yeah, there you go.
Because she, you know, didn't have a purse with her. Basically.
Easy McSqueezy.
It's a great thing.
Easy. It's just
I just think you need at least $60.
No.
Yes.
If
I'm
you're
with
gonna
Ned.
need cash, $20 is gonna
with
evaporate
Ned.
like that.
But the point is
that's
that
not even 2 drinks.
Throw a hundo in
the
there.
point is
But you
What
have a card
bar-
for drinks. You have 20 for street dogs.
yeah. What bar are you going to that's
You're right.
cash only in Los
yeah.
Angeles?
The point is
No,
that
the point is, if I need the cash, I want to have the cash. Otherwise, don't bother bringing cash.
the point is, if you would care to learn something for once in your ding dang life,
Oh, he's up on his high horse.
Getting tense.
I'm actually sitting on my advice chair. Thank you.
Yeah.
The point is that as someone who doesn't bring cash ever, you really don't need cash in most of your activities in life.
Yeah.
We're in a post-cash existence. But occasionally, you're like, oh, this sandwich is cash only. Or like, oh, this one thing. So having a little bonus 20 allows you to just have a little backup.
You know, I did just realize something that is a critical error in my this has
Advice.
nothing to do with almost anything, but because there's a Eugene cutout behind me,
Yeah.
the autofocus on this camera keeps going to
on him the entire time.
for a lot of it. I just was like, why is there a square around? Oh, okay, yeah.
He's the face.
So you've been out of focus.
No. Only right now it's me, but it just every once in a while it's been ducking back to Eugene.
Well, that means that it must be grabbing the camera somehow. Maybe it's haunted.
That's
Right? Maybe it's moving a fraction.
yeah. But I agree to Jack. What's your name? Jack.
I think keeping $100 in your phone case is what you want if it's an emergency cash.
Yeah.
But then you're going to have so much change and it won't fit in your phone case.
Well, usually you don't
But it's an emergency.
need to use it.
I mean, not everyone's fucking high roller like this scumbag.
It's a scumbag radio.
You can get I think
One $2 bill is fine.
a $2 bill. I think $100 is a good if you're thinking about emergency cash.
I have $40 in my wallet right now, and I feel risky.
That's
Ooh,
It
I
feels like I'm running low.
I only have
Really?
20 and I don't like it.
I
don't like
haven't
it. I'd
used.
rather have 100.
I'm never using cash on almost
Me
anything.
neither. Although I
do like
routinely
to have
drop
emergency
$100.
cash though, because what if you're like, go to the strip club, I need some drugs.
Houston, an emergency cash. Yeah, that's right.
What if I'm buying drugs at the
never
strip club?
Then you need cash.
It's always more expensive.
The ATM at
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Does $40 fit in my phone case?
Absolutely.
clear phone
Oh, very
case.
easily.
Yeah,
very
you can't
easily.
do that.
Now
Although
I'm a
you can
fucking
see,
mark.
Yeah,
Now you're a target.
He's got a
Yeah.
clear phone case. You can see the
Yeah,
cash.
no one's gonna want that phone without the $20.
Yeah.
It says, if you steal it in WeHo, it's like you get an extra $40.
It's a bonus.
Damn.
It's a bonus. We were talking about how
Damn.
people get their phones stolen in WeHo all the time.
Well, shit, guys.
That's a pretty good episode, I think.
Pretty damn good.
I think it was pretty good. Alexandria, thanks for coming on. Thanks for telling
Thanks
the
for
stories
having me.
of your fun times.
Thanks, Alex.
Miles, I'm sorry to hear that we bored you repeatedly.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm used
Yeah.
to it.
Oh, you know what's funny too?
I'm tired of your
on
attitude.
Saturday when I was going to SNL, I texted my best friend. I was like, "Hey, I'm going to this cool thing. I'm gonna get to hang out with all these celebrities." And she's like, "Oh, that's cool. I randomly made out with G-Eazy today." I was like, "Oh,
She made out with G-Eazy?
Ew.
We should.
Okay.
Yeah. Gross.
That's
Also, I
wild.
want to see if he's in a relationship.
Today?
It's
I don't
know.
outed that
it was on Dumois."
During the day?
It was at a day party. It was at Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think I know who you're
The
talking
day party makes more sense. I was like you were at
Miles knows.
Yeah.
you ran into someone at a restaurant and just made out with them. It was like daytime makeouts are kind of rare.
Yeah, that's true.
Not at the bungalow.
Not at the
She's
bungalow.
cooler than all of us combined.
Well, according to Us Weekly, G-Eazy's relationship with Ashley Benson is back on. So, Ashley, if you're listening, get your man in check.
Ashley's a big listener.
Come get your man.
Get your man in check and maybe take him out to the trash if you know
They're
what I'm
still
saying.
dating? They've been dating for like 4 years.
Well, they're back as of January 2022.
Wow, that's been
on
a bit.
again, off again.
Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
Oh, if I were to meet a famous person during the day, I'd plant a big old kiss on their mouth and call my friend Alexandria. Alexandria, I'm having fun too. You're not the only one having fun. I promise I'm happy with my Saturday night. Yours is not that better than mine. It's the TryPod.
Until next time, stay beautiful.